Well, Lions fans, it looks like we know who our opponent is. The score is currently 32-9. The Tampa Bay Bucks. I did pick them to win this game, defeat the Philadelphia Eagles. It's all just about in the books, and they will be coming to Ford Field this Sunday, a week from actually in 6 days, coming to Detroit at 3:00 p.m. This is unreal. Not only do the Detroit Lions make it to the divisional round for the first time in over 30 years, but we are going to face a team that we've not only played, but we beat earlier in the year. Now, it was week 6. There's a lot of differences in both teams, and we're going to talk about them in a minute, but we got all week to talk about the matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Wow, what a job Baker Mayfield has done over there in Tampa Bay. I had Todd Bowles not even keep remaining as a head coach, but this is crazy. Now, I want to say something. I want to tell every Lions fan out there, it's any given Sunday. Calm down. This is not a gimme win. The National Football League is any given Sunday. So you're talking about the 4th seed Bucks. This team started off 3-1. They lost to us. They didn't win another game for weeks. It was like 5 or 6 weeks. They wind up losing like 5 or 6 in a row. They come back, they win the division, and they upset the Philadelphia Eagles, who were not much to be upset anyway. They were falling apart, and that team needs to take a look at itself. They're going down, we're going up. But we have a team that we have beat. Now, Dan Campbell said in a press conference today that they were probably watching more Philly tape because they had played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers already. And I know a lot of Lions fans are skipping over the Buccaneers, and they are looking toward the title game, the NFC title game. Do not, I repeat, do not do that. Let me tell you, remember, that was a 20-6 game. We lost David Montgomery that game. I think it was in the first or second quarter. The game was a game that we saw J-Mo. It was, I want to say, maybe his second game back after the suspension was reduced and he had a touchdown. That game was gritty. It was gritty. It was 3-3, and Craig Reynolds breaks that block for St. Brown, and then it was 10-3. J-Mo gets the touchdown. The Lions defense came to play. But let me remind you that Mike Evans was coming back from a hamstring injury, and he was uncharacteristically off. He was dropping balls and everything. Baker was overthrowing receivers as well. He had time. He was throwing receivers. We sacked Baker Mayfield one time. One time, it was a sack by Julian Okwara as Baker was scrambling out of the pocket. It only counted as a sack. Matter of fact, he was inside the pocket, but he was behind the line of scrimmage for 1 yard. So do not discount the Buccaneers. They have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, I want to say Palmer, I think that's his name, that Baker, go back and watch that game against them. And it was, but again, we lost David Montgomery. J-Mo was just coming on. So we're completely two different teams than we were week 6 of the NFL season. I will say, I would prefer to have played this team over Philadelphia, but that was Philadelphia from 3 weeks ago. Philly might be a better matchup at this point with how that team is just completely falling apart. So do not sleep on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But this game will happen a week from yesterday at 3 p.m. Now, let's just say we have beat them. We have played them. It was a dogfight. It was at their place and we won. We are going to be favored in this game. But Aaron Glenn, you thought he had to coach a game before. He going to have to coach another one. We have to get to Baker Mayfield. We have to be able to pressure him, but we have all week to talk about that. The Detroit Lions have made it to one of the last 8 teams in the season. I can't even believe we're having this conversation. I mean, we beat the Rams. We defend the Den. We squash Matthew Stafford. That stuff is that narrative is over. Now it's time to defend the Den again with the team we already beat at their house. And it's something we can do. We can do this. We can beat this team. And the thought of potentially hosting the Green Bay Packers or traveling to San Francisco, or I should say Santa Clara, I think that's where the stadium's at, to go to be in the championship game. I mean, this is repeating, as of right now, the last time we had a season like this. Last time the Lions had 12 wins, we wind up going to the game before the Super Bowl. So, again, trying to calm myself down, pump the brakes. We have to handle business first. And then we will either be facing the Green Bay Packers at our house, or traveling to Levi Stadium to face the number 1 seed San Francisco 49ers. I'm glad Stafford week is over. And now, I mean, it just got real. It just hit me. Like, it literally, just watching the Eagles fall apart, it just hit me that this is happening. And it doesn't hurt that it's a team that we beat. So we know, one thing I can say about this is these guys are not thinking about week 6. They're not thinking about, hey, we won this game. This is not going to be a cakewalk. Now that we know who we're playing, the Rams are yesterday's news. The Bucs are today's. And we got to get down to business. I can't believe we're having this conversation. Like, wow. Either team was coming to Detroit, but we beat the Bucs. So Eagles fans, it's going to be a long off season, but Detroit Lions fans, let me know in the comments below. One word of advice, and I'll say this and end the video. Do not get ahead of yourself. We have to take care of business. We have to pressure Baker Mayfield. We got to be firing on all cylinders. We know our secondary is whack. We're going to have to be able to get to Baker Mayfield, have him turn that ball over, because if you go back and you watch that game, he overthrew a bunch of people. We did not pressure him. But he was off that day. Wow, it's all sinking in, guys. Wow, that we could legitimately be a game away from the thing that has me excited is we beat this team, so we know we can do it again. And out of the two, this is the team I would prefer to face. They don't have a running quarterback. He's mobile, but his whole game plan, the Bucs game plan, is not designed around Baker's mobility. So, wow, we got all week to talk about it. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. All of a sudden, I'm getting excited, man. Like I'm not looking past this game, but part of me is. You know, I know it sounds bad, and I'm telling you not to do it, but part of me is doing it. Like, oh my God, if we win this game, we're in the NFC title game, and that game could possibly be at Ford Field. Wow. I want to say that the San Francisco game happens on Saturday, so we will know if we have the opportunity of hosting a game before we even play it. And that's going to give the Lions extra motivation. Oh my God. Wow, it's just now sinking in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Wow, this is unreal.